Hello everyone, welcome back to the course of Mastering Core Java, and today in our lesson number 5 we are going to learn about wrapper class and what is autoboxing. Okay, we will see what are the advantages and disadvantages of wrapper class, and also we will see a new concept that is pushing value of instead of the constructor in wrapper class starting from Java 9 onwards, and also we will see about autoboxing in detail. Okay, so let's start with our first topic, that is what actually is wrapper class. So basically Java claims to be a object oriented language, right? But there was a question on it that it still supports primitive data types, right? So at that time what Java did, Java introduced the concept of wrapper class. So wrapper class is nothing like, for example, you have this integer int I, right? That this is a primitive data type. So instead of this, what Java introduced is that you can actually create a integer object. Okay, integer object. So this integer object, let's say integer iob equal to new integer, and I'll pass the same value 10. Okay, so this actually creates a integer object for you. Okay, iob object for you, and this class integer, this is called your wrapper class. Wrapper class because it wraps the primitive data type, and similar to your integer you can have character as well. Ch equals to new character. Okay, for example we'll push c, right? So likewise you will have byte, you will have double wrapper class, and many other wrapper classes. Like for each of the primitive data type you will have one wrapper class. So that is the basic example of wrapper class. Okay, so the introduction of this wrapper class has some advantages and disadvantages. Okay, advantages are simply, see, we have a in string like s num. Okay, this will be something like 10. All right, for example, consider this string is taken as input from the user. Okay, so if you want to carry out any of the operation, it will be easier using this wrapper class. Okay, how it will be, for example, I say int I equals to integer dot value of s num. Okay, that should work, right? So what it's doing is that it is converting the string s num into a equivalent integer. Okay, equivalent integer wrapper class. So that's how you can actually use the wrapper class, because it has a inbuilt support of many method which can carry out your operation. So this method like value of conversion of string to integer, all those will not be supported by your primitive data type. Okay, so that is the big advantage of your in a wrapper class. But then again there is a major disadvantage also. For example, right here, if I want to carry out one operation as simple as I o b plus I. Okay, let's print this. So when I run this I am getting 20. Okay, and you see this is a very simple example of addition, just a addition of two number, but it is creating a big overhead on our Java. Okay, on our JVM. Why? Because each time you are calling this new integer, that means calling this a wrapper class and instantiating an object of this wrapper class, you are assigning some heap memory to it, right? So at that time there is a overhead over the Java, because each time you use the wrapper class, it has to assign some memory, it has to allocate some memory from it. Okay, so that is a major disadvantage, and that is why it is actually recommended that when you are doing a simple arithmetic operations you should not be using wrapper classes. Okay, so that concept, that this disadvantage can be actually resolved by using autoboxing. We'll come to it later, but first let's see why there is a line on the integer. Okay, we'll see in the next topic. So our third topic is what is value of an constructor. Okay, means the difference between them, and why you will see there is a line between when we try to instantiate a object. So when you see here, simply hover over this, you will see the constructor is deprecated since version 9. So currently our tutorial is based on Java 11. So our old students or viewers, whoever is watching our course since Core Java tutorial for beginners, they know that our course is based on Java 11, and this constructor is deprecated since Java 9. And the reason behind this is that whenever you are instantiating using this constructor, it has to allocate a memory, okay, a new heap memory. But what happens when I use value up? Okay, value up. Okay, I will use value up here also. The same example I'll use here. What I will do, I'll just call the integer class dot value of, and I will pass some random number like 15. Okay, so the thing is, when I am using new, like here it is instantiating a new heap memory, okay, allocating a heap memory. But when I am using the value of method in the integer class, what is doing, it is using a cache memory, okay, it is using integer cache. All right, so that is why it is actually very much recommended by Java, by the Java creators themselves, that you use value of instead of calling a new constructor. Okay, so let's come to our next topic, that is the concept of auto boxing. So here I have a sample example, integer iob equal to new integer 10. Now what happens when I do something like int I equals to iob? Okay, there is no error. You see, this is a discrepancy, right? We have a object, we have a object iob, and I am assigning object to a primitive data type. How is that even possible? But in Java it is possible by the concept of auto boxing. So this is called, okay, this will be called your unboxing, actually auto unboxing. This will be called your auto boxing. Okay, here if I change this value into something like 15, so this concept is called auto boxing. What is doing, I have a primitive data type 15, I'm not creating any object, and I am directly assigning that value to iob. Okay, okay, but there is no error. Even though I am assigning a primitive data type to a object, there is no error, and that is the concept of auto boxing that is supported by Java. What it does is that it internally converts your primitive data type into the wrapper class. So that is called auto boxing. So another concept that is supported by Java is it also supports auto unboxing. What it does is that when you assign int I to the value of the object, it will automatically convert your object to the primitive data type. Okay, so this is how auto boxing and auto unboxing works. And the last topic that we are going to deal today is how auto boxing also works with arithmetic operators. Okay, I'll just give you a few example to so that you can understand this. So here I'll just comment this out. Okay, so when I comment this out and I use some increment like I plus plus iob and then print it out. Okay, and when I run this, you will see I am getting 16. Okay, so here what it happens, it actually the Java actually detects that here a operator is called. So what it does, it first does auto unboxing. Okay, first auto unboxing, then what it does, it increments the value. Okay, increments the value, then what it does is that it auto boxes it again into back into the wrapper object. Okay, wrapper object. That is how your auto boxing and auto unboxing works with your operators. Okay, so it even works with simple plus also. For example, I have something like double dob, okay, equal to 16.78. all right, now here we have one integer object and a double object as well. Okay, here what I will do, I will simply add this two. All right, iob. Okay, so when I add this, I will get the output. Okay, like as a primitive data type, when you do the addition of primitive data type, the same output I will be getting here. Okay, I'll just run this. Okay, so you can see the addition is done and we are getting the output. Okay, so here also the concept of auto unboxing and then the operation and then auto boxing occurs. Okay, so that is how your auto unboxing happens. So I hope you understood the concept of wrapper class and how there is a advantage and also a disadvantage attached to the wrapper class. And I also hope you understood the concept of auto boxing and how Java handles this headache of yours, like you don't have to manually convert between the primitive data type and the wrapper classes. And you, if you have any doubt regarding any of the topic that is taught today, then do comment down. We will surely try to clear your doubts. And don't forget to like and share this video with your friends, whoever is interested in Java, and also subscribe to our channel for more such videos. And do follow us on Instagram when because we give tips and tricks on Instagram and also update about special videos in Instagram. Thank you.